Hi everyone, this is Susie with Creative Cafe, and I am going to do this quick tutorial on a few of my booklets that I do. So I've had a couple of requests for a tutorial on booklets and a tutorial on bindings, and it'll probably be a couple of weeks before I ever get to the one on the bindings. But anyway, this is the one on the booklets. And I'm going to show you kind of this booklet first. I'm going to do an album by the sea, so I've just decided to go ahead and make some little booklets for that album. And this will be a little booklet that will have, this one holds a lot of photo mats. Of course, you can put as many photo mats as you would like in these here, because you can just keep this kind of thing going. And here's of course the back page that I'm gonna do. But anyway, this is the booklet I also used in the Couture album, which was this one right here that you could fold back. This of course was the back of it. And this one held 3.5 by 5s, and this other one that I'm going to do in By the Sea will actually hold the 6 by 4 photos. So I'm going to actually give you the measurements for the 6 by 4. All you have to do really is just kind of chop it down for a different size mat. But anyway, for this booklet, what you'll have is an outer cover, which is what I always paper here, and then it actually folds over to the front. And the cover is going to be an 8 1/16 by 4.5. And then you're going to score it on the at 3/4 inch, which was right here. You're going to score it at 3/4 inch on this 8 1/16 inch side, which is your long side. Okay, and that is what's going to make your little cover. And then for your pages, your inserts that actually will go in here, just like this, you are going to want them cut, and it's however many you are going to want. You're going to cut them at 7 1/4 inch by 4.5 inch. And you're going to score it at 3/4 inch, which is right here on this 7 1/4 inch side. Now, when I'm doing this video, if I tell you any other measurement other than what I've got wrote on this post-it note, go by the post-it note. Because sometimes when you get to talking, you just say measurements that, you know, that just really aren't right. And it's easier for me just to tell you now, you know, if I tell you anything else when I'm talking, just go by what's on the post-it note, because that is going to be the right measurement, okay? And your mats are going to be a 6 1/8 inch by 4 1/4 inch. Okay, and like I said, it's just however many you want. So, I'm going to start with the cover. Of course, if you're going to paper it, just be sure and paper it. And then the inserts, what I do is where I have scored it on this at 3/4 inch right here, I just take it and I just give it a nice fold right there. Okay. And then I just get them kind of back together. Now what I like to do, and you can either staple these, or you can take and sticky strip them, or just whatever you want to do. I'm just going to, for the sake of time, just kind of give it a tape runner here. Okay. And you just want to make them all even. That's what you want to do. Just kind of make them all kind of even. Okay, and then what that does, that'll cause this to just kind of open up, and that's got that fold right there where you can, you know, just kind of work with it there. Okay. So then what I do is this actually sets on your cover. It goes right against the score line there. When you put this on, it will actually go right on that score line. Just kind of line up your pages, and I'm not doing a very good job since I'm just trying to do this for the sake of time, but lines up with the score line, and should come out even with your cover, you know, your back cover. And then I just take my sticky strip and then I fold that over. Then I paper everything. I paper my back, and I paper this little fold over piece right here. And like I said, this just will then look like a little booklet where you can start flipping your pages. Then I just put my photo mats on, just like so. And I like to put photo mats on each page. So, okay. And that's pretty basically, I mean, that is that booklet right there. Of course, I put seam binding on here. Now this one I actually made a cover for, but now the couture, I just put a photo mat on. So it's just kind of whatever you want to do with that. But then it just flips open like a little photo booklet. Okay? And that's basically that one. It's fairly simple. Okay? Then the next little one I want to show you is this By the Sea, and this is just one that I have made, and it has like little 4 pages here. I've got the twine, putting it together right here. Okay? This is just super simple. Here you're going to take 2 pieces of cardstock, and you want to cut them at 6.5 by 9. And this is for your 4x6 photo mats, or for 6x4 or 4x6 photos. And you're going to score it at 4.5 inches on this 9-inch side, on this long side. Okay, and you're just going to score it, and that just halves it is what it does. Now, the one thing that you have to do when you're putting several, and you know, you can go as many pages as you want here too, but the one thing that you have to do when you start getting these kind of booklets together is when you're folding them, the inside ones want to push out a little bit so they don't look like they're even. So what I do is I put the one back that I know is going to be my cover, and what I do is I simply just take my trimmer and I just trim off a teeny tiny little bitty piece. I mean, it's hardly nothing. Just enough to kind of get rid of a little bit of hangover there. Just a little bitty bit of nothing I take off, okay? And then what that does is when you put it in here and you close it, then it looks nice and, well, of course my paper's not exactly folded evenly there, but what it does is it hides that. It looks like they're all the same length. Excuse me. So anyway, measurements again are 6.5 by 9, and you're going to score it at 4.5 inches on this 9-inch side, on your long side. Okay, then what I do is after I have scored it, I just simply take my crocodile and I stick it in here, and what I do is I poke my hole right in the center of my fold. Okay, and I might have missed that a little bit because I'm trying to do it in the camera instead of just right directly in front of me. I just want to catch it right in the center of my fold. Then I take me some twine or ribbon or whatever it is you're going to use, and you want it fairly long. Okay, and just take the end of it, poke it in one side, you know, and I may have not got my hole big enough there to do that. I've got a little bit of a knot there on my string, which doesn't help, so I'm just going to kind of poke this just a little bit wider. I'm just going to use this really wide side. Oops, I don't want to move the measurement side, so we'll just poke this a little bit bigger. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to get rid of that knot there. I don't want that where I'm going to try to poke that in there. So anyway, this goes right in here, and then I just take it, put my hole in my paper line back up, and then I take this and I may have to make that hole just a hair bigger too. I'm gonna get my crocodile in here, and I'm just gonna make it just a hair bigger. Whoops. Can't hardly see going the other way of the camera. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this now and I'm going to poke it through. Maybe if I can get that in there. Okay, I'm going to poke it through. Excuse me. Poke this through, and then all I do is just kind of tie it in a little bow here. Well, I tell you what, I didn't get my twine even when I messed with that first hole, so let me get this kind of right. Okay. then I just take this and I tie it. Okay, just tie it in a little bow. Okay, then what I do is I take and I cut my loop, and then I cut these two off. And then what it does is it gives me a nice little twine binding right here. Okay? And that's, I mean, that's that simple. There's not much to these little booklets like this, and then I just kind of decorate the cover. Okay? Okay, the next one I'm going to show you, and I want to make sure I got enough time here. Yeah, on my camera. So anyway, this is the next one I want to show you, is this little booklet here, and I use this one in the Couture too, and it has a little pocket, and then it has these little flip pages here. Okay, and then of course I've got it sticky stripped too when I add it to my book. Okay, and this is going to be the measurements right here. So I used 3 is what I used when I did my booklet. You want 3 of them cut at 6 3/4 by 5 inch. Now you want to score it at a 1/2 inch on this 6 3/4 inch side, this long side, okay? And then you're going to want 1 cut at 6 1/4 by 5, and that will be your very last page that kind of covers everything, okay? And then my little pocket is just a 5 by 2. Okay, so what you're going to do is the 3 that are cut at 6 3/4 by 5 and then scored a 1/2 inch right here. You want to take these, and what I usually do is I put sticky strip, and there are 2 ways that you can do this. Okay, you can just take and butt this up right against your other score line, or you can drop it down a little bit. I know this is going to be hard for you to see because it's just hard for me to do it. This one here, I'm going to drop it down like maybe 1/8 of an inch from my score line, or maybe I can go a 1/4 inch. And then what that does, if you drop it down just a little, like a 1/4 inch across, and if you can't do a straight line, just score it at a 1/4 inch. You know, just take it where you've scored it at a 1/2 inch and score it in the middle of your 1/2 inch and have a 1/4 inch on each side. And then what you can do is you can write dates or names or whatever right in here in the little ledge. And it also will cause it to have this little stair-step effect on your book. Okay, so you've got that. When you get that, then what you want to do is just take the next one and you're going to do the same thing. Okay, you're just going to do the exact same thing. You're going to sticky strip it, and you're going to, and this one here I'm going to just bring it down about a 1/4 of an inch from the little score line too, which is right here. And see, here's what it's causing. It's causing this little stair-step effect for your photo mat. Okay, I mean for your photo booklet. And then your last one, when you stick this on your page, when you have this actually stuck down on your page, and what you'll do is you'll just sticky strip all this, stick it on your page, and then use this one as your very last one to kind of hide, you know, to kind of hide this piece right here. So just take it and put your sticky strip on there, and you want to drop it down a 1/4 of an inch also. Okay. Just drop it down, and then there is your little photo booklet. Okay, and you can see here what I'm talking about, the stair-step effect. And then you can just have your little booklet there. Then the pocket, which I put on the very front, and this is kind of stuck up because I didn't actually stick my sticky all the way down. I should have put it all the way to the top of the bin there. But my little piece here, I just put sticky strip on the 3 sides. Okay. And I've got sticky strip on 3 sides, and I put it all the way down to the score line there is what I do. All the way down to the score line. Okay, and that will be your little pocket right there. Anyway, that is that booklet. That easy, that quick. So anyway, that is the 3 little booklets I wanted to show you, and I have one more. If I still have time, let me see. Yes, I do. Okay, and then this is going to be, I used this one in the Couture album, but I did have the pocket back here, which I didn't put the pocket on this one. And I'll kind of show it to you here. It's this one right here that opens up, and it also has the pocket in the front. Okay, and I'm going to show you that one real quick. Let me see what I did with it. Okay, that'll be this one right here. And what you want to do is you want to take one piece of cardstock, and you're going to cut it at 6.5 by 9, and then on this long 9-inch side you want to score it at 4.5. And this will, all these will be for your 4x6 photos. Okay, so once you have this cut at your 6.5 by 9 and you've scored it on the 9-inch side at 4.5, you want to cut another piece, just like if this was a photo mat, but you could actually just decorate this for your cover. You want to cut it at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and you just want to stick it right on there like that. And what you want to do is just stick it on 3 sides. And I always use sticky strip on nearly everything that I make a pocket for, so that, you know, it is good and it is stuck. Okay, so what you want to do is just, and I just kind of measure it all out there. Okay, kind of try to make it look even all the way around. Okay, and then what you have is you have your pocket right here, you know, right here, and then you can stick your little tags in it just like that. Okay, and it comes out, I mean, you know, fairly. Oh, I told you wrong. Boy, did I tell you wrong, because I had the other one open from the side. Oh well. Okay, I'm back, and this is going to be my final booklet, which is going to be like the one that I made in the Couture album. It is going to be this one here, okay, that opens up to the side, and then you can put your little tags in the front. Okay, so what you will need is you're going to need, you know, one piece that you have cut at 7 by 4.5 inches. You're going to score it a 1/2 inch on this 7-inch side. Okay, and then you want a piece that you cut 6.5 by 4.5. And then you're going to want to cut your mats, you know, if you put, you know, one on the back side and one on the front, and one on the last piece here. That'll be 3, and you'll want to cut them at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the one that you have scored at, you know, your 1/2 inch here, and it just kind of folds to the inside, and then your 6.5 by 4.5 inch piece, you're simply going to take, okay, and you're going to glue it down here. You're just going to take it to the score line. Okay, make sure you kind of line it up so it looks even, and that causes it to just be your little flip here. Okay, and your mats, of course, what you put on the front. Now this one here actually isn't cut the right size. This was just a scrap I had, but it's pretty close. And what you want to do is you want to tape it on 3 sides and leave the top open. Okay, so you're going to go down both sides and across the bottom with your sticky strip, and just kind of even it up here to make it look the same on all 4 sides here. And then what you have is you can actually take and use that for your little tags. You know, and then of course I always sticky strip mine down to the page, and then, you know, of course you can put your mat here and your mat here. But anyway, this will be the next little photo mat, the photo booklet like I used in my Couture album. So anyway, pretty simple little booklets. And I hope that this helps everyone. Thanks so much for watching.